Now I'm chilling, chat, having a good time. Somebody says you talking about Steph London on the song. Yeah, I do. I believe he's referring to her at sometimes. I didn't know they were in a relationship before. I'm wondering how she feels about this whole thing. Obviously they were in a relationship, so it's not what it was. I don't know how long Burna Boy been this lit, but I don't think it was no clout type of situation. So I'm wondering how she kind of feels. You know what I mean? When somebody got a hit song, possibly referring to the relationship with you, and everybody singing it word for word, kind of tough, right? Anyway, chat, we back in the building. Yo, real quick, I want to salute to all of y'all, and really, I'm gonna salute to all my, you know, really everybody who's in here. By the way, I do know when we do stream, our streams go up on YouTube. It does millions. I think the actual tally about now is we're almost like a million views daily, like through all the channels who like probably upload the shit. So our streaming, whatever we say here, no matter how many people are here, goes really wide and far. But I'll say I'm really thankful for the people who are here, who spend their time, who like when they see the notification bell, they come in here, who sub. The reason why I thank you guys because you guys are the ones who keep me motivated to keep streaming. With that being said, this is the most I've ever streamed in a month. Ever. I've never streamed this much in a month. Got the report. A few people also told me. So November 2022, I forgot how many hours it's been, but I've never streamed more in a singular month than I have in the month of November, and we still got a couple more days to go. So I really want to I don't want to take the credit for that. I want to give the credit to you guys because you guys have kept me motivated. You guys keep me, a lot of times with stream it has to be passion, you know what I mean? Because I always tell you it's like if I only had to stream, it's not like I'm pulling like Kai or like Aiden numbers. So if I had to stream just for money, I just wouldn't do it. But I like the banter back and forth. I like the camaraderie, and I just like talking to y'all. You know what I mean? It's like instant feedback. I fucking love it. And also, I'll be, working on my little comedy because I love roasting. Anyway, so thank you guys, and I think this is an accomplishment for us. We have streamed the most ever, and I've been on Twitch for, Jesus, how long? I've probably been on Twitch for 9 years. I think I got on Twitch like 2013 or 2014. Might have been 14. Or maybe it was like, 14, 15, yeah. So I've been here at least like 8 years. And it just goes to show, and I always try to give you I know sometimes y'all hear me. I talk a lot about I shit on these niggas these days. Y'all know how I get down. It's Big Act now. You know what I mean? I really shit on some of these niggas, but I don't want you guys to ever think I'm shitting on y'all or for y'all to get lost in really even the overall message. Sometimes I always tell y'all gotta like stay down and grind up till you get to the point. But also even when you do get to that point, you know what I mean? Think about it. Like I've never been more lit than I am now, and I'm still doing the most work in terms of streaming that I've ever done. So you know what I mean? I'm one of those people. Y'all know my motto: hard work beats talent. When talent don't work hard. So it's never about have you made it. It's about just being dedicated. So if you guys have a dream, a goal, just remember like there's never no expiration date on working hard. Just keep at it. Anyway. Just want to share that with you guys because I enjoy streaming a lot. And I've been having fun. I've been just having fun. You know what I mean? I've been getting on here, having fun, doing my thing. I'm in a good space. I'm in a good space. You know what I mean? And I'm happy. I'm happy. Like, you know what I mean? I'm happy. I was explaining to someone, they were like, so I was telling them, I'm like, yo, I streamed 9 hours. I was telling them yesterday. And like, they just couldn't understand why that's my fun. They were like, no, what do you do for fun? I'm like, I stream. And they were expecting to hear something else, but I genuinely have a lot of fun with this, so this is great. Anyway, enough of that sentimental shit. We're finalizing and getting some chat nigga merch ready, so that'll be happening. Anyway, we are back today. I scrounged up a couple of topics. We got some shit to talk about. First and foremost, salute to YouTube. You back in the building. That's an old picture of the young man known as Lil Cam. I think that was when he was a teenager. He's a career criminal. Sorry to tell you that, okay? He's been in and out of jail. He went from juvie to actual jail. He's been a felon. He's been catching a charge. He averages like 2 to 3 charges per year. And now he's allegedly going to be hit with a murder charge. Okay? I'm going to give you the latest information that I know, but it's very important that you guys understand what's going on. Okay? First and foremost, and I got all the paperwork. I was going to try to, well, actually I could show y'all live. We could do it live. You want to do it live? Do it live. The only thing is I don't want to log into the court website because I think y'all going to see my personal stuff. I don't want to do that, but I have all the paperwork for this motherfucker. If you don't know, on November 1st, the beginning of this month, ironically, Takeoff in the early morning was at a place. I don't know if you want to call it a mall, but it was a place that had a bowling alley at it there. He went there with a few individuals, one who was Quavo. They didn't ride together, but, you know, they were going together in the sense of we're going to the same place. They went to Houston together. And, they were escorted by the Prince family. They were escorted by the Prince family to a few different places from my understanding. And then they ultimately ended up at this bowling alley. At the bowling alley, you know what I mean? They have groupies all around. You know, a couple street niggas, rich niggas, just hood niggas. Everybody's there. People get into a dice game. You know, people were bowling downstairs. Like, it was a lot of stuff going on. It was a very eventful night. And actually, I can't find any footage of Takeoff or Quavo bowling. So the bowling was happening earlier in the night. I'm guessing by the time Quavo and them got there, they either was just kicking it with the homies away from the bowling, or they got there after everybody was doing the bowling stuff. Because some of the people that were bowling, it looked like they left before niggas got to the dice shit. Anyway, dice game started up. This is what I've been told. This young man right here loves dice game. That's his thing. You know what I mean? He loves doing crime and he loves dice game. Just keep it real. Quavo gets involved. Quavo believes that niggas is kind of being funny. And from what I've told by other people who are familiar with some of these dice games, all these dice games are rigged. They don't know you. All of these guys, you might think they don't know each other, but they all live in Houston. And if you ever heard the saying, if you look around and you can't find the sucker, most likely the sucker is you. All these niggas know each other. They all party together. They fuck the same bitches. They go to the same spots to eat. They party. Like, they know each other. The person who they never see often is you. You're there for a weekend. You're there for a day. Yeah, I'm not saying, you know, this is unusual, obvious, where one of them killed you or killed the individual. But they're looking at you like it's a lick in the sense of they're not going to rob you, but it's like for these dice games, for the most part, these dudes are colluding. You know what I mean? Just think about it. You're thinking, yo, if these guys lose 20, 25,000, shit, they'll just think they're unlucky. While we're just all colluding against them and betting against them. So these guys kind of team up like, yo, you know, whatever. They act like they losing money. At the end of the night, when they also take money from the nigga who comes in, they break the money down. That's how it goes. You know what I mean? That's what I've been told from people. Anyway, all that shit happens, an argument happens, and then this guy was not particularly in the argument, but apparently there was an energy that continued into the hallway after the place was closed, and it led to a shootout, and Takeoff was killed. This guy was a person of interest, right? We could go back and find this nigga. TMZ Takeoff shoot. If you're wondering which nigga that this is, I hate that picture. Why does TMZ don't even like put like a blur on certain shit, like put like a trigger warning? Okay. If you're wondering who this is, We're gonna see this nigga right here. Hold on. Can we see me in this video? That's the Quavo video. That's Quavo. Okay. You're gonna see him right here running off like a cockroach when the lights come on. You're gonna see him running here. Make sure I can see it. Yeah, bang bang, the shootings. You see him running here. This is him. He's in a yellow hoodie. And at first it seemed innocuous because nobody know what that was. There was another individual down there who was he came with Quavo, and people thought he was the guy who just accidentally just killed Takeoff, till we realized there was another shooter, and the other shooter seemingly was this guy. Let me see if I can find. There's another video too. Yeah, they don't give two fucks. Let me see. Takeoff. Ironically, TMZ had a video on TikTok which was their best video. It was ridiculous. Oh, maybe this was it. Was it this? Take it. Hold on, look. Okay. That's the first shooter. By the way, we've gone through all this stuff already. We've identified everybody in the footage. Actually, that ain't one. There's another one. Anyway, let me screen it first because I don't want to show you I know like a dead body or nothing. I just want to show you the picture. So there was a dice game, and everybody was standing around. I got the picture somewhere saved, but I'm trying to do this quick because it's not like we don't got to solve the crime twice. You know what I mean? The shit's already solved. Like Houston police, and by the way, I'm gonna explain to you why. You know, it seemed like they're taking long, but in reality, they're probably doing the best thing. If I can find it. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, I see the picture here, but where's the other picture? You know what? Let me just go to this Instagram. Yo, salute to this Instagram right here. They're really good at this. And I ain't gonna lie to you. They put a lot of work into this. I want to give them a lot of credit. The Vault Uncut. Y'all should probably go check them out. Hit them with a follow or something like that. Send a DM or something like, yo, just let them know that Act shouted them out. Because here's the thing. I know they're a smaller page, but also we're all in media. This ain't about who got it first, this and third. Listen, when a tragedy happens like this situation, we just want some type of resolution. You know what I mean? So I don't really give a fuck who gets the credit. So I just want to give them a shout out. Anyway, let me see. I'm gonna go back to the infamous fucking picture where you gonna see the nigga. He's standing around. This happened on November 1st. I got like ADHD, right? Like, okay, the nigga right here. So this is Mr. Joshua Cameron. That's his real name. The brother on the screen, his name is Joshua Cameron. They don't know him in the streets as Joshua Cameron. In the streets, he's known as a shooter. He's known as Lil Cam, Fifth. I guess Fifth might be saying from Fifth Ward. But he's known to be toting a pistol, and he's known to be trigger happy. That is the word on the streets. Numerous gun charges. Been in and out the system. If you could tell, he's a child or he looks like he's like 17. Nigga look like Bronny with dreads. Let's keep it a bean. This nigga look like Bronny with dreads. Is my if my audio is messed up, I probably gotta turn this down a little bit. That's what probably it is. Let me see. Sorry. Okay. Tell me if the audio is fucked up. Anyway, basically, this nigga been getting locked up since a toddler. Okay. Chat. I did all the due diligence. Like as I said, we just waiting on Houston police. I believe that they're gonna set up a press conference in the next week. The charge they hit him with, we're gonna get to that. Anyway, this is the guy known as Lil Cam. Now, this is where I'm going to speculate. So, I spit a lot of facts with this, but I'm going to speculate. There's a speculation to say that he fired first, maybe on accident, and maybe the shot that he fired hit Takeoff initially. Okay? And it's a possibility that he started this whole thing. Regardless, he's, at this point, we're like 99% sure that he fired a shot. We're 99% sure that. We're about 70% sure that he shot Takeoff. And I won't even put a percentage on it. We can't tell how certain we are that the bullet that he fired that possibly hit Takeoff killed him. So that's the details we have. Obviously, the cops are going to have much more. The cops are kind of like, they're taking their time. And, in cases like this, they're trying to make sure this guy goes down. But they got to be careful with shit. What they did, if you don't know, he's currently arrested. It's pretty easy to figure this out. You can just type in Google. And by the way, this is real. Harris County, Texas. Harris County inmate search. If you type this in, the top search up here will be this. Click on it. Find someone in jail. Click on it. Last name. His last name is Cameron. First name, Joshua. I'll make sure y'all can see it. Y'all can look it up y'all damn self. Submit the search. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we got Joshua Cameron. Lil Cam. Okay? Now, he's currently not booked on murder charges, but that might come down to indictment, or that might be maybe even in something that's currently sealed, that's not unsealed yet. But they have arrested him, and it seemed like they arrested him. You can look here. Booking date is 11/22/2022, right? Which, let me see what day that is. Yeah, that boy ain't get to cut no turkey, okay? They got him out of here in Tuesday. So Tuesday they locked him up. And they gave him 2 charges that they're going to hold him on, which is unlawful carry of a weapon by felony, and then felony possession of a weapon, which is almost kind of like both the same thing, but one's a little bit escalated because they're saying, it's one thing if they like execute a search warrant and they say you have a weapon at your house or something like that, right? Which means, or I don't know, felony possession and carrying a weapon is kind of like 2 different things, but it kind of sound like the same thing. I don't want to get too legal because I'm not a lawyer, but I do know in places like Texas, the reason why they would probably charge it twice is that you don't need I don't think in Texas, and let me Google it. I don't think you need Texas, do you need a permit to carry a gun? I don't think you need a carry permit. Beginning September 1st, 2021, made it legal in Texas for most people over 21 to carry a gun in a holster without a permit. Okay. So essentially they just gave him 2 charges saying he was carrying the gun when he's a felon, which is big no-no, and also he was a felon also in possession of the gun. So basically they gave him a gun charge, right? From what I'm hearing, this is to get this nigga locked up. what this signals is that the police, they're finalizing their they're finalizing their investigation, and they're about to start bringing whatever charges to do with the death. Okay, so they're probably, and if you ask me what charges they're gonna bring, I think there might be a manslaughter charge tossed in, a second degree homicide charge. Um, there's gonna be a bunch of aggravated assault charges, and there might even be attempted murder charges. Based on everybody who was shot. Remember, Quavo's assistant was shot. He's gonna recover. But what's not being spoke about is that there was a woman that was shot and supposedly shot in the head. So there's a woman that got shot in the head. She survived, but she was on critical condition she was like, it was serious for a really long while. Yeah, so, there's going to be a bunch of charges coming down. But I think what they did, because if you could see with the Dolph case, they was catching niggas in Indiana, Cincinnati. Niggas dip from Memphis. You get what I mean? Like, these niggas, like the niggas who do the shooting, they're not just walking around thinking, oh, nobody knows. No, like they're probably contemplating, like, where the fuck am I going to go? Right? I'm pretty sure instantly after that night, they figure out who this motherfucker is. They probably executed some warrants. So they got into his Instagram, his phone, whatever. And they probably locked him up. Maybe, I don't know. This is me guessing. Maybe he's saying, "Oh shit, damn, I'm about to come link you in Nevada or some shit like that." Lock the nigga up. Nah, no running, my nigga. Ain't no running. Okay, so this charge is really just to keep this thing in jail, right? So they got him on the charge to keep him in jail. They're gonna give him some charges. And by the way, the reason we know these charges are from that night, I could log into the. I would have to log in, by the way, before 12 Eastern, or actually 1 Eastern, which is 12 Central Time. Is my internet acting up again? The fuck? I just seen it. Yeah. So in the court documents, this is how we know that this charge has to do with that night. He got charged, right? And this is why it has to do with the Takeoff situation. That's why we're saying this charge is just to lock him up. This ain't about the murder yet, but it's from that night of the murder, because apparently they have on surveillance video him with a gun. Do you get what I mean? So in the surveillance footage that we have not seen yet, the police have reviewed it, and they're just hitting him with that early as they figure out. And I don't know if they're gonna use grand jury or whatever the fuck they're gonna do to figure out the actual charges for the murder. But they're just hitting him with a gun charge instantly. Do you get what I mean? Just to keep this thing in jail, that he don't start getting, Usain Bolt on us, okay? So they hit this nigga with this. And if you look at the paperwork, which, shit, I should have emailed it to myself because I don't want to log in again, as I was telling y'all. These charges stem from November 1st. Takeoff was killed on November 1st. So you have to read between the lines a little bit. If they're locking him up for possession of a gun for November 1st, but they didn't catch him November 1st, they clearly have some evidence he had a gun. That would most likely be surveillance footage and maybe even witness testimonies, right? So they got him locked up on this. They're going to charge him with some other shit. And really, if you ask me what's taking so long, I think the cops have to figure out who fired the fatal shot. He's definitely going to get at least, I don't know if there's just a simple, well, not simple, but it would be a felonious, let's say a first degree aggravated assault charge. Yeah, of course he would get that. But somebody died. And when somebody died now, you have to figure out, is this motherfucker going to get, in Texas, they could give you just capital murder or, first degree murder. Which it don't seem like this would be. This seems like it would be a second degree murder type of thing. But they probably figured out, is it a manslaughter? Is it whatever the case is? I think that's what they're trying to figure out. And who gets the murder charge? Is it the other nigga who was firing a gun too? Because apparently it's 2 shots that are different bullets that kill Takeoff. So they're probably also doing like a bunch of tests to figure out, did Takeoff die from the first bullet, the second bullet, what came first, what took his life, what it is. You know what I mean? So again, he's locked up, and at least we do know that like it's in the process of justice being served. It's very sad, This motherfucker was born February 3rd, 2000. I don't know if y'all can see it. February 3rd, 2000, man. The dude is 22 years of age. It's sad when I'm watching a lot of these younger people. Like, I'm older than this guy. You know what I mean? By like 9 years. Like, it's sad when I'm watching people just throw away their life because it just seems stupid. You know what I mean? It just seems stupid. And yeah, especially when I see like these young date of births, I'm like, damn, man, this is a young nigga who really never got a chance to live life. You know what I mean? Like, who knows his story? Maybe he was just caught up in a life of crime thinking that shit, everything that he was doing was the right way to do shit. Shit, he hanging around with these mob ties niggas when he just some random shooter nigga. He the get wild nigga. You get what I mean? Then it comes to a situation like this, and clearly even Jay Prince, who runs rap a lot, is saying whoever who did this can't hide behind us. Basically, you was rocking with these niggas heavy. Now they saying, nigga, you on your own. So, it is what it is. Somebody said, even if it was 10, send his ass to jail. Nah, I feel y'all on it. I feel y'all on it. So, yeah, he's currently locked up. And I'm going to be honest with you. The dude, Migo Bands, I think he's going to get charged. Might be something beatable, right? Because, by the way, I'm talking hypothetical. Let's say he only fired that shot after he saw Lil Cam shoot Takeoff, and he tried to fire the shot to try to defend Takeoff, except he missed and hit Takeoff. There's a possibility, and actually sometimes how the chain of events work in certain type of crimes that get interpreted by the prosecutor and the law. If he was acting in self-defense of Takeoff initially, even if he accidentally killed Takeoff, the murder actually belongs to the person who initially hurt Takeoff, which would be Mr. Joshua Cameron, or Joshua Isaiah Cameron. Yeah. So that's the latest that's going on with this shit. If you ask me, if we don't get a press conference Monday to Tuesday, I'm thinking there's going to be more charges. They just wanted to lock this nigga up. No fucking turk for you, nigga. We can't have you having stuffing. Like, what you think? You trying to have some, like, mac and cheese? You trying to get mashed potatoes? None of that shit, nigga. They had to ruin this nigga, like, rightfully so. They had to ruin this nigga Thanksgiving. So I think that's why they just lock him up. We'll know quickly. So if Monday or Tuesday we don't hear about a press conference, it means that maybe this nigga was gonna try to run, because this looks like a holding charge. Like, it's lock him up that he can't go nowhere, but we're still working the case. If this was just we got everything else, but we're gonna unseal it next week, but we don't want this nigga to run, this is why you would lock him up here, and then you would announce everything Monday, Tuesday. So if we don't hear like an announcement Monday, Tuesday, I think that they're still figuring out a lot of stuff out. But this is a good thing that we know like this shit's progressing. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway, what's that talking about? Yo, I'm lagging still.